Someone asked me if I support the protests that are going on in LA. I 100% do. Please keep going. Burn down your own backyard if you must. You know why? Because this right here is the greatest campaign ad that this side never had to pay for. Y'all motherfuckers out there in Los Angeles throwing a full-blown fucking tantrum. Like y'all just crawled out the Rio Grande, screaming death to America, in a country that gave you the fucking freedom to do that shit. You were born at Kaiser Permanente in Burbank. Stop it. You ain't El Chapo, you're Chris from Pasadena. You ain't cartel born. You were Target born with a Costco membership by age 5. Half you motherfuckers protesting ain't even Mexican. You're American with Mexican heritage. And a tattoo of the Virgin Mary you got on a Vegas bender. Don't get it twisted, I respect the heritage. But flying a foreign flag while shitting on the country that gave you the fucking freedom to do it, that's not pride. You don't even go to fucking Mexico unless it's for spring break in Cancun with a passport you got from the US government. And you won't go live there. Why? Because you like your DoorDash.
I believe there's a lot of people in that protest that might be protesting with you because they don't want to be called out, but once they vote, they might vote against you.
Your 7-Elevens, your air conditioning, and your freedom to scream dumb shit without a cartel rolling up on your motherfucking ass. And let's be honest, ain't nobody screaming death to Mexico while flying an American flag through Guadalajara. You know why? Because that's how you end up in a back alley, starring in Cartel TikTok Season 3. Meanwhile, the rest of America is sitting back watching you block freeways during rush hour, destroying businesses, wearing $300 fucking Jordans, screaming about injustice, in the city with the most social programs and diversity hires in the fucking country. Y'all are the political version of throwing a Molotov cocktail at a fucking Prius because you're mad about gas prices. So listen, I'm not mad you're passionate. I'm mad you're dumb. And your dumbass behavior is helping the other side more than a Trump rally in Texas with free brisket. Every time y'all riot, loot, tearing up your own shit, you're just birthing another red voter. So yeah, I support the protest. Keep fucking going. Keep flying flags of countries you ain't got the fucking balls to move to. And shitting on the system that literally gives you the right to shit on it.
And if you don't agree with him, go ask any legal Mexican in America. It would not surprise me that you would get almost the same response, but in Spanish.
My new country. I am a legal immigrant. I am a legal immigrant. And I want to tell you something. I'm disgusted by what people from other countries like Mexico are doing right now in my new country. I came from Mexico. I came legally. I have worked all my life here to get what I have. I have never asked for a penny to the government. I didn't come here to get something from the government. I came for an opportunity and I got it. And I have the American dream. What about all of those people protesting in California and New York? What are they doing? They are burning the city. If you don't like to be deported and you want to stay here, you have to have your best behavior.
And that is what my father taught me. Respect the culture, work your ass, don't be an idiot, and don't break the freaking law. Venga, dilo, remember to subscribe.
Remember to subscribe? ¿Por qué? Qué asco, qué chido.
Not the worst behavior. You have to have your best behavior. Not the worst behavior. You think that we want you here? With that behavior of burning cars, burning the entire city? Why? Why do we talk to the authorities in your behalf? There has no meaning on that. And for the people that are defending these violent attackers, people that don't deserve to be here, shame on you. Shame on you, because you're supposed to talk and to tell them the truth. You're not supposed to line up with them. You're supposed to tell them, go to your country. You are waving the flag of another country that you love, go. You don't need to be here. You don't deserve to be here. You don't deserve another opportunity in this country because apparently you don't love this country like I do. So, go away.
All the immigrants that I know that are legal.
Just so I could clarify, you don't want to go back to Mexico. You're protesting to stay away from Mexico. But you're waving the Mexican flag and you're waving it with pride. You're waving it in the United States, the country you're trying to stay in, the country you don't want to leave. But yet you're waving the Mexican flag with pride. Okay. That seems normal to you? That seems logical? That's not stupid at all? None of that's stupid. All right. You guys are an embarrassment to the Mexican culture and to the United States culture. You guys are an embarrassment to everybody around you, and you should be ashamed of yourself. Do better.
So, guess who's coming to dinner at the LA protests? Someone so awesome you never thought possible. Well, actually a group of people so awesome you never thought possible. There are boots on the ground right now in LA. Can you guess who it is? Well, bitch, it's the United States Marine Corps. That's right. That's who's been deployed in Los Angeles. So fuck you. The United States Marine Corps is on the ground. Yes, fuck you indeed. So 700 of America's finest are now on the ground, gonna be performing anti-insurrection duty in the city of Los Angeles. Now, as of right now, the Marine Corps is not allowed to arrest anybody because of the Posse Comitatus Act. However, if this begins to spread, and I get news that it already is, they're going to be able to have Insurrection Act powers. And that means rounding up liberals using the United States Marine Corps and sending them to a federal prison with shitty foods and government cheese.
In other words, they're not sending people after you. They're sending people to protect a building where they have arrested people that have done something illegally and are going to deport them. And if you want to attack the building, you're not going to see only the cops, not only the National Guard. Now you have to go through the Marines.
So you thought the National Guard was bad and some kind of big problem. Well, now you got the Marine Corps on the ground right now in Los Angeles. And let me tell you something, bitch. If you come up against the Marine Corps, you already lost. Yes, sir, you already lost indeed. That's exactly what happens. Even if you came with 250,000 men, you already lost. Sorry, game over. So you might want to stop your little fucking what have you there and go back to normal life because it started.
Remember, it started with ICE trying to arrest people with the help of the DHS. They couldn't do the job properly. The police came kinda late, but they did something. It wasn't enough. They sent a National Guard and suddenly National Guard started disappearing. And just like the previous video, what did I say? There is a replacement coming. People, why don't you see patterns? It can't be that I have one eye and I keep seeing this and people don't see it. You got freaking two eyes. No, you don't see it. You get motivated emotionally by people on TikTok.
You sorry cock-sucking sons of a bitches that think that you're just gonna go and fucking arrest a bunch of protesters because they're out there doing something you're too afraid to fucking do. They're out there fighting for our freedom and they're out there fighting for our right for free speech because fuck you. All 2,000 of you fucking National Guardsmen, you brave-ass fucking soldiers, you think you're gonna march in those streets and tell those people to shut the fuck up? That is what you decided to fight for. You chose to defend us against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and you fucking failed. And that's why they're out there on those streets, so who the fuck are you to tell them to shut the fuck up? Why don't you grow a pair, take off your mask, and tell me your fucking name? Because my name is Alex and I say fuck you!
You had this energy when the National Guard was deployed. What are you going to say when the Marine is deployed? I think this is the pattern that I have in my brain. I feel it. It is as if some people on the Democratic side wants Trump to use the Marine so they can justify Trump is activating martial law. I'm like, you're spreading chaos. What about all the thing that is burning?
You see it here, CNN +6.
Man.
You see it here, Ipsos, even bigger, +19. No matter.
It is just not popular to burn down self-driving cars and protect illegal aliens over American citizens. Isn't that shocking? Who could have ever guessed
What
that?
poll you look at, no matter which way you cut it, the American public is with the Republicans, the American public is with Donald Trump, and to a much greater extent than they were in term number one.
Yep.
And it's not just on the broad issue.
And this is why he needs to be decisive and he needs to act on this very quickly. If Trump actually does pretty much get rid of a lot of these people and he forcefully does it and you see mass arrests and even you have like, I think a big issue is that a lot of these community leaders and the people that push for these riots, they never get held accountable. They spent 4 years trying to hold Donald Trump accountable for January 6th, but somehow we can't hold any of these people accountable for doing this for years? How does that happen?
Hypocrisy, my friend.
The protests in LA and the morons defending it have me more fired up than I've been in a long time. First of all, this whole fucking remember your oath, remember your oath. Yeah, pussy, I remember my oath. And it was to defend America against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And if your reaction to law enforcement enforcing the law is to wave your foreign flag while you burn shit down, block roads, attack federal agents, attack the police, you are an enemy of the United States, whether you are foreign and you came here illegally or you were born here and you're a domestic enemy of the United States. I promise you, regardless of which one you are, we are on that ass. If your response to law enforcement enforcing the law is to further break the law. And I can't even describe to you, the men that they're going to send, the Marines, joined in like the late teens, early 20s, with hopes and dreams of getting war in the Middle East. And then the war ended, and now you're bringing it to their front door. I cannot describe to you the type of foaming from the mouth that these men are doing to go to LA. And there won't be a shred of moral conviction about it either. You asked for it, you got the police. You asked for it again, you got the National Guard. You asked for it a third time, and now daddy's about to be on his fucking way to clean shit up because you're so fucking stupid.
You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
Nobody is saying they're going to blah, 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 blah. Nobody is saying that. But if you raise your hand and throw something, and they might block you, stop you, in a hurtful way without shooting you, I would also not be surprised. Because you had the cops, then you had the National Guard, and nothing helped.
Rob, Judy, after a night of absolute mayhem in downtown LA, much quieter today as you've been witnessing a few smaller protests going on right now, but very peaceful compared to what we saw last night. However, as you mentioned, there's another ingredient to add into this mix. ABC News learning just within the past hour that 700 active duty U.S. Marines are headed here to downtown LA, expected to arrive within the next 24 hours. Another night of violence in downtown Los Angeles. Protesters launching rocks into the crowd, damaging businesses everywhere. At one point Sunday, protesters even blocking one of the main freeways in the area, vandalizing a number of highway patrol units in the process. As the controversy over immigration and customs enforcement sweeps in the area continues.
I would say this. Imagine it was civil rights in 1992. If they had the same energy, which I don't think they really have exactly like this. But they shot you with a gun, water gun. They used a baton on your head and dogs bit you. They were way more aggressive for way less back in the day. Now you're way more aggressive and you get way less because they're not trying to do anything to you. They just want federal people to be able to do their jobs.
Supporters of immigrants and First Amendment rights rallying at a park in downtown LA at noon today. Meantime, the war of words between the Trump administration and local officials continues. The president and one of his cabinet members even suggesting LA's mayor, as well as Governor Gavin Newsom, be arrested. State Attorney General Rob Bonta saying the state is now suing the Trump administration over its decision to activate the National Guard, something that a president hasn't done by himself without the agreement of a governor since the 1960s.
They threw caution to the wind and sidelined strategy in an unnecessary and inflammatory escalation that only further spurred unrest.
Today, in parts of downtown Los Angeles, residents and business owners starting a new week. But there's a lot to clean up.
Well, it was like a war zone. I mean, Main Street, which is where our entrance is located, was impassable. There were boulders, rocks, bricks, metal pipes.
Local businesses cleaning up the mess, hoping to avoid another night of unrest. Mariana Gatto is the co-founder of the Italian-American Museum of Los Angeles.
This benefits no one. And I think it only sows more fear in the community. And I think it makes people less sympathetic to the cause, to the fear that is very real.
I think a lot of people are thinking exactly like that. Yeah, I would be less sympathetic if you care about something But to prove that you care about something, you might destroy my street, burn my car, or even destroy my business. Like, maybe it's not you, but you're standing with your friend. Collateral damage, right?
And even though we've seen a lot of violence over the past few days, this state's Governor Gavin Newsom insisting that it was President Trump's decision to bring in the National Guard that really inflamed things. And again, looking likely that the President Trump's administration further upping the ante, again summoning 700 active duty U.S. Marines to downtown Los Angeles, expected to arrive within the next 24 hours.
I just find it odd. Gavin Newsom doesn't seem to do anything other than counter Trump 24/7. But people were messing with ICE at a federal building, but you weren't quick to react to do something about that. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? You seems to want to find the middle ground, but you're just lying again, because you'd never make people accountable other than Trump.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Turloqueta verdeta welcome.